Welcome back to Classic Car Cave. Okay, so that's the front all done. This is this white bit. We'll just put some white paint on these just to make them look nice. These are all done. Got to be wired up, but we just take the fronts out to wire them through. I'm just working on the back lights now. This is the bit that's going to be for the front loader. We've put it away for winter because I need to get the hydraulics sorted out, but this is where the front loader will sit here and go up and down. And then there's spars to go from here. This is where the ram goes, and this is where the spar goes down onto this bar that comes through here. But we have to cut those. So I'm doing the back lights now. So this is the lights I've picked for it. These oblong ones, and these are a plastic fitting which are going to go where the original lights went, which is here like that. But as you can see, obviously they're the wrong shape. So what I'm doing now is I'm shaping these fittings, because then we don't have to have metal to metal. So I've shaped this one already, as you can see, and that fits nicely over that hole there. But I won't put the lights on at an angle. I don't think. I'll probably make them square, but use a plate on this. But rather than have a plate directly on there, metal to metal, I'll put it onto the plastic and onto the plastic light. So we'll see how that looks. Okay, the next thing I bought is this rear box. So what I bought today is this this box, which is a tipper. You can see you can open this up and you can tip this. This is for keeping garden stuff in, shovels, rakes, all that kind of stuff. Plus we can move earth around in it, or plants, or whatever we need to do. And then we've painted up these drop links here. So I just need to get some new pins for it. Unfortunately that pin is 25, but this one is 20 mil. So I have to get a 20 mil and make a spacer in the center there. But what that will do is this can hydraulic up and down this back box. Whether you can tip from it or not, I don't know. They can be really, really huge, these things, but this is perfect because it's, as you see, it's quite in line with the tractor. So, different colour, but what the hell. And it was a really good buy. Obviously it's been sat for a while. There's a bit of rust on it here and there, particularly on these back pins. There's a bit of rust on them. That one over there. But even so, originally he quoted me 490 euros for the box, and he gave it me for 400 including the VAT. So it works out that all the other ancillaries, like the lights, this extension bar, these pins, and some extra pins I've got to get, it came to just under, I think it was 485, I think it came to, which I couldn't make that box for 400 euros. There's not a chance I could make that out the steel, plus these couplings. And as you see here, it tips. You can actually open this up and it tips this over. So you can have it up at a certain height and it'll just tip over. So there we go. So I have to wait now for the farm shop to open, so I can get these extra pins that I need, and we go from there. But there we are. So it's all painted up. Drop links are painted up, and ready to go. So obviously you drop this off if you want to use the PTO. But there we are. So I'll crack on with this. But it's looking better every day. So today hopefully we can get it up to the garage, and then the other thing I need as well, I need a light switch for this. So I'm going to get a light switch for there, for the front lights and the rear lights, and then we'll give them a clean off, make them black again, and should be in good shape. So there he is out, well she is, he is, whatever, out in the daylight. There's the box on the back, the hitch. Right, put it inside. Oh, there we go. We're fitting through the door, the exhaust. Just there we go, it's in. So we've got a problem with the hydraulics where these lift arms won't lift up, and there's two, one of these is a bypass, and there's two valves in there. That one on the left hand side was completely jammed. We had to ram some wood into it to get it up, and then we're going to put the cap back on now, and there's another one at the back which we're going to give a knock to, and then see how we go from there. But apparently this is a common problem with these shuttles sticking, these hydraulic shuttles. We'll see. Hopefully it works. Okay, so this is the valve block. What's happening at the moment is now we've got the hydraulics working for the lift arms. Oil is pissing out of there, but we can't find any thread in there, so it doesn't look, it looks like there could be another valve, but there's no thread internally like there is in this one. Anyway, so this is the valve that was on it originally. We've taken this out and this out. We're going to take it apart, clean the body. So there's one valve on top, one valve in the middle, and then this is the one where it's pissing oil out of. And what happened was this was leaking out of here, but when the rear box was up under hydraulic pressure, when we took these bolts, these 4 bolts out here, obviously the oil pissed out, it went all over the place, hit a mirror and went all over. So obviously it was trapped. So what we're going to do is take it apart. So there's 2 on either end there, and then underneath there is 2. This is the line for the trailer, or for whatever you want to do hydraulically. There's a steel line coming off this. So we're going to clean those out, and then on the other back side of the valve block, this is a hydraulic valve block, is this one has a male O-ring seal which is attached to the tractor or the axle, and then there's 2 O-rings to go in here, and there's 2 shuttles, this one and this one, which you can see there and possibly see there. If I can lift it up, you can, there's a shuttle in there, but they need O-rings on them as well. So anyway, we're going to take it all apart. We know where everything goes, and then I'll see if I can get some O-rings from the tractor place if we don't have them, and see what happens. Okay, so this is where we've taken the valve block off from. So what was happening, so you can see that one there is a solid piece, but it's got an O-ring in it, and then these 2 have got O-rings to go in afterwards. So but there's no seal on it because they've all 3 of them got O-rings, so we're going to give that a shot. But it goes up and down now after doing that one on that side, so that's good news. It's just lack of use. From my understanding, it's been at least 20-25 years it was put away for restoration, so probably none of the hydraulics have been running 25 years. So the cap's all tightened back down again, and where these 2 valves are, this is what we use, an old little toffee hammer shaft, and I just rounded it off, and then it's perfect size to punch into the inside of the shuttle, and we pushed it in and then turned it slightly and then pulled it out. But now they're free, the hydraulics is working, so those lift arms are working. It lifts this completely up, so that we know that side is good. It's got to have a hydraulic oil change anyway, and an engine oil change, and that filter change there. So we put the valve block back on, and what we've done here is put this in it just now to control the shuttle so that the oil doesn't, because the oil was basically pissing out of there. So we've completely redone everything, put the O-rings back in, and hopefully it'll work now. It hasn't, as I say, it hasn't been run for 25 years, so you can't expect it to work just as easy as that. But anyway, we should give it a go once we can get the battery up to power. I'll try it later.